Man shoots his girlfriend point blank in the head and drops her off at the hospital. More after this. Hello everyone and welcome back to AFG's Point of View, where I give you my analysis of the most popular topics in the world today. Today's video is a crazy one. We got a man who shoots his girlfriend point blank in the head and then drops her off at the hospital. Before I dive into the details of the video, if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to AFG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. There'll be more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. I'm on normal subscribers. Thanks for coming back. I'm diving in. A Texas man shot his girlfriend of 13 years in the head, dropped her off at a hospital, and ran away. The woman and her boyfriend, aged 29-year-old Ladarius Gaines, were watching TV in the living room of their apartment around 3:30 a.m. on January 27th, when things turned violent. Gaines accused the victim of cheating on him because she had been messaging another man on social media. She told investigators he had threatened her before that if she were to ever leave him or end their relationship, he would kill her. Gaines went into the kitchen, pocketed a .22 caliber pistol, and kept in a drawer and returned to the living room. He wrapped his hands around the victim's throat and squeezed. Choked her for several seconds, then releases his grip to punch her in the face. Her lips split and chin busted. Gaines threw her to the ground, then picked her up again and began choking her again. He heaved her across the living room and she landed face down on the couch, documents say. She felt the barrel of Gaines' .22 pressed against the back of her head, and he pulled the trigger. Whoa. The bullet penetrated the woman's skull, leaving a hole the size of a quarter and a burn mark on the bonnet she was wearing. Wow. But get this, she lived. Gaines told her, after he shot her in the head, to put on her shoes so he can take her to the hospital. Now, what kind of piece of you-know-what is this guy? He's a special type. He said he was sorry and that it was an accident.
I'm sorry.
So, with that being said, we're going to dive in right there. Okay? Now, first and foremost, they up watching whatever they watching, 3:30 in the morning. She probably on the phone, doing this, scrolling. She might have been messaging a dude, like he said, but it might not have been a romantic messaging. You know what I'm saying? It could have been just a guy that was on there that, he said something, she said something before, he said something back. I don't know, they didn't really go into the context of what the conversation was about. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, she was still probably messaging the guy, scrolling through whatever. And he got into a rage. He got upset, choked her out a couple times, and then slammed her across the room. Like, I think I did a video similar to this. Yeah, it was the one with Zach Stacy. If you haven't seen that, that's a wild one. Go on back and check that out. Zach Stacy slamming his girlfriend across the room while his son was in there watching the whole thing. It was crazy. It was crazy. For a video, it was crazy. But I digress. Back to this video. So now, after he slams her down, He put the gun to the back of her head and boom. Like, oh, I'm sorry. What? You sorry? See, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I get upset because, number one, you get people that do this all the time. They go into a whole rage, a hissy fit, and they just black out, do what they do. Then all of a sudden, now you're remorseful for what you just did. Well, now you already did. The collateral damage that you created is going to last probably a lifetime. Okay. Number one, this dude, you shoot her in the back of the head. She got a hole in her head. You get to the hospital. Okay. They fix her and she lived and everything is cool. Now she has that scar to live with. Okay. And she may end up having some further injuries somewhere down the line as she get older. Because you just took a gun and put it to the back of her head and pulled the trigger. You got a hole in your head, bro. A hole. A hole in your head. I mean, and then got the nerve to say, I'm sorry. See, I'm just going to be honest and straight up and down with y'all. It's a bunch of crazy motherfuckers out here, okay? Straight up. A bunch of crazy ass people that don't think, okay? They don't use this first. They go out there and they react to certain situations, and then all of a sudden, oh, I shouldn't have did it like this. I should have did it like that. No, what you should have did was thought about the whole process before you did it. It's called critical thinking. You know what I'm saying? If you can't have critical thinking built inside of you, you ain't gonna make it in this world. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta know how to get in. You not really get in. Once you get into situations, you gotta know how to get out of the situation. Okay. Number one, to save yourself. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you got people around you, you gotta be able to make sure that they, you're doing everything the right way to save yourself and them. But number one, you gotta save yourself. Now, with this situation right here, I can guarantee you, you're not gonna think that he's going in the kitchen, okay, grabbing the gun and then gonna shoot you in the back of the head. You ain't thinking that because that's your boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? You sleep with the bull. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got an apartment together, so you ain't thinking that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of young people out here, you know what I'm saying? They just doing whatever they feel like they want to do and however they want to do it. Now, unfortunately for this young lady, she's scarred for life. She's just scarred for life. Now, this dude, hopefully he got caught. Obviously, I'm sitting there telling you the story. So, needless to say, she talked to the authorities. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they somehow, some way caught up with the guy and, got him out of there. But this goes to show, this is the reason why when I sit there and talk about, anger management and all that kind of stuff, you got to think first. The first thing in anger management is thinking. It's not to react. You cannot react right away, okay? You got to think first. Then you make a reaction, okay? Just take those 2 or 3 seconds that you need to think first. When something happens, you don't have to always react like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes just step back. You know what I'm saying? Step back, think about it, and then move. Now, if your life is in danger, do what you got to do to get to safety first, okay? Then you can think about it. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't have to be, okay, you shot me, now I'm gonna shoot you. You hit me, now I'm gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be like that. You know what I mean? It's like, if you can avoid that situation, yeah. If someone did something to you, I mean, I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm definitely not telling you how to do that. But, you know what I'm saying? If you see them kind of going loco, you know what I'm saying? You might want to just do what you got to do to run for cover to get up out of there. You know what I mean? Because the fact that he would, number one, choke you out, first of all, okay? If I'm you, I'm fighting back, okay? Now, he slammed you on the floor and then put a gun in the back of your head and shot you. Ladies, we got to choose these guys wisely. Everybody that look cute, you know what I'm saying? Or that's super thugged out, or I do one of these stories. It seems like once every 3 months, you know what I'm saying? Because you're constantly seeing the same things happen over and over and over again. I mean, I keep reiterating myself saying, hey, listen, you got to be careful about, the choices that you make and the guys that you meet and so forth and so on. But, of course, we always know with a story with a young lady who was just so overwhelmed by his looks and his charm and his wit, okay, and fall victim to all his devious acts. Hence this story. So, ladies, please be careful. If you're watching this video, if this man is showing you some signs that he a little loco. If I'm you, I'm trying to get the hell up out of there quick, okay? Because I could be reading a story about you next. So do your best, pick your friends right, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, say your prayers like I say all the time and just hope for the best. With that being said, if you like what you've heard, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button as well. It'll bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. Continue to watch these videos, share these videos, like these videos, because I want to get the word out. I'm trying to help somebody else out. You may watch the video and say, hey, this is decent. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm going to come back tomorrow and watch the next one. Okay, cool. Guess what? You can go share that video. Once you share that video to your social media platform, a young lady could watch the same video and be like, yo, you know, Raheem or Mike or Jack is acting real weird. And okay, so this, okay, you know what? Let me get up out of there because, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you just need to hear it from somebody else. Once you hear it from somebody else, it registers in your brain. That's just how some people work. But at any rate, I know I kind of went on a tangent, but do me a favor, share the video, please. I appreciate it. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I'm over there. You know what I'm saying? Give me a like, give me a follow, give me a sub up. And, you know, I'll see you in the next video. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to drop some Black History Month stuff on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. So come check that out. You know what I mean? Learn something new today or tomorrow or the next day or sometime this month. You know what I'm saying? You know, and let me know how you feel about it. All right? With that being said, I love every single one of y'all. See you in the next video. Peace.